What's going on, guys? Not JNC here, but BNC. Bryant will be joining me tonight for, of course, it'll be in the morning when you guys get the show, but he'll be joining me for our WrestleMania 36 review and recap. Too big for one night.
Yeah, as you know, it was too big for one night, or really the only reason we had two shows because of coronavirus, but we're not going to say that. Still no mention of it on WWE TV.
Yeah, I think that's a banned term.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, we're going to talk about the two nights of WrestleMania, which night we liked more, and go over every single match for you guys, and just obviously I'll talk about the event.
Alrighty, so I think without further ado, let's get on into it. Or I guess one more quick reminder. This was originally going to be two parts, but then I guess it was decided last night that, you know, how with the first night went, and, you know, since we still had the second part, I guess it was just decided we thought it'd make for a better program if we just decided to just cover it all at once.
Yeah.
Break it down night one, night two. So WrestleMania 36 here, of course, it's not under the usual circumstances. It is not in Tampa, Florida, and it is not at Raymond James Stadium. It is at the Performance Center in a closed setting, no fans, but I guess they figured, well, there's many different factors behind them going through with this, but, you know, the show, I guess, had to go on, they felt, ultimately.
Well,
or at least one person felt that. Of course, this is WrestleMania 36, World Wrestling Entertainment. This was April 4th for day one, and then April 5th for day two. But that's when it officially aired, but it was March 25th and 26th that it was reportedly recorded at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. Record-breaking attendance of 0. And the respective brand. Sorry.
They had 80,000 people in the Performance Center.
And Raw, NXT, I guess you could say, and SmackDown would be their respective brands part of this.
Yep.
A lot of mixed feelings heading into this one, as noted. I was, not a fan of this event still taking place from the Performance Center with no audience.
I was a proponent of let's delay the event until we can do it in Tampa, Florida with fans. But to me, this just feels like, again, it's WrestleMania. Like, this is the event that non-wrestling fans watch. Like, this is the biggest event of the year for wrestling, period, by far.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just that there are some matches that could have used it, but you take away from those big moments that we're used to at Mania. There's 60,000 people on their feet for a guy winning his first world title, or just things like that I think really could have benefited from being in front of a crowd, but they decided to do it. There's no point in talking about whether it was the right decision or not because it happened. Mm-hmm. Let's just get to the show. Yeah,
I feel basically the same way, and we'll get into it as we go, but I actually personally believe that there were some moments that could have potentially happened had it been under a different setting and a different circumstances. Yep. So, no matter how you felt about the stadium, Edge would actually take to his Twitter and share this statement regarding the show, which I'm going to read. Strange days. We're all coping with the issues of the world in different ways, but we're all in this together. And coping, I know personally, I need outlets. Some forms of fun. Books, movies, music. For some, wrestling can be that. It was always that for me growing up. Today is the first of 2 days of WrestleMania. For the first time ever, whether you agree or disagree, the could-haves, should-haves, we're here. It's done. Speaking as a performer who didn't have this for 9 years, I realize what a privilege it is to do this for a living, and WrestleMania is the pinnacle of that. Is it the same without a crowd? No. You helped make it. We miss you. But my mindset while performing was thinking of all of you at home, watching it, hopefully enjoying it, and maybe wishful thinking, just for a few hours this weekend, you can get lost in what we love to do. Perform for you. To forget and just try to have fun. Cheer, boo, laugh, cry. Lastly, I want to thank everyone, the whole crew, everyone behind the scenes who helped bring this beast to life while trying to remain safe and responsible. Happy WrestleMania, everyone. Very positive message from Edge heading into this show.
I think that was definitely the company's point of view for having the event. But again, like we said, there's no point in debating it anymore because it happened.
Well, that, and this is technically his first singles match in like 9 years, so he's not going to just go out there and dump on him.
Yep. So let's get to the event. What was the first match?
Well, first we had a cringeworthy kickoff show with Corey Graves and Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah,
Yeah, as I said,
That's terrible.
I don't mind Corey Graves as an announcer. I don't mind either one of these guys really. I just thought that they were just fed. They had a
I've never been a big Rosenberg fan.
yeah. No, no, he's okay or he's whatever with me. But Corey Graves, I don't mind. I just think they were just fed all this stuff that they had to just say.
Yeah,
I don't think all this.
message,
I don't think all this was their own words.
That's after the pre-show. Never mind.
I don't think this was all their own words.
Yeah.
They would happen to show during this the Miz and Morrison rap music video, which that was great.
Yeah.
Miz and Morrison.
Anything they do is pretty funny, actually, even now.
I know. I actually still enjoy it.
Yeah, let's get to the match.
So we did have one kickoff match, though. We're going to quickly go through this. It was Drew Gulak and Cesaro. It was good, but it just ended way too soon. And then you'd think
they didn't have to end it soon either.
No, well, you'd think with the 1 hour kickoff show where there'd be nothing but just a bunch of talking, they could have afforded to actually give them a bit more time. But
even just 10 minutes, 10 to 15.
So Cesaro would do the UFO or airplane spin. Impressive. Of course, it was following the uppercut, but it was an impressive feat of strength, but I didn't like how he kind of pinned him after that, too. But Cesaro would win 4 minutes, 20 seconds. So that'd be the kickoff match. Then we had a King Corbin interview with Kayla Braxton where they'd show the footage of 8 days prior when Corbin would attack Elias from behind up on the, whatever you call that, the podium, whatever.
Yeah, and then get dropped from it.
Yeah, and die. Or yeah, I guess he didn't die because he showed up, but...
Yep.
And then Corbin would play a song he wrote with the harmonica. Good God, moving on. Now on to the main show, night 1 of WrestleMania 36. First,
we got the message from Stephanie.
Mm-hmm. We'd have Stephanie McMahon deliver a statement regarding tonight's event. She'd say that every year about this time, WWE presents its premier event, WrestleMania. Each WrestleMania has its own personality and has been different from the rest. Tonight and tomorrow nights will be the most different of all. There won't be 80,000 screaming fans due to certain circumstances. Of course, as you noted, I'm taking that COVID-19 and Corona are both considered banned terms, so they didn't say that. Tonight we emanate from a closed set with no audience as well as other locations. Nonetheless, it is our commitment to you, somehow, some way, provide you with a diversion during these hard times, deliver a sense of hope, determination, and perseverance, and most of all, to entertain you and your families. On behalf of all of us, especially our WWE superstars, thank you and welcome to WrestleMania.
Yep, then we get, the video package for the show, which I thought was okay. We're not really going to go into that.
And also, they had a compilation of, the different artists throughout the years in the music world doing America the Beautiful. That was actually good.
Which I actually liked. I liked it because it would have been weird to have someone sing America the Beautiful to nobody.
Yeah. They showed Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, a bunch of legends.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we'd have the WrestleMania opening video package, as you pointed out. Then we'd have Rob Gronkowski. He would open the show as the host of WrestleMania, and he'd bring out Mojo Rawley, too. They start chopping each other.
Oh, yeah, never mind. We'll get to that later. But, yeah, that was,
That was...
it was just Gronk being there. The whole thing is I get he's a wrestling fan, but it's just lame.
So we'd have the opening match, which would be the Women's Tag Team Championships. They'd be on the line to be the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And both of these nights, I'm just going to say here, really surprised by what they chose as the openers.
Yeah, especially the second. We'll get into that later. But,
this actually worked out, as it turned out.
This worked out. Like I said, this was a solid match. Solid match. I definitely think we needed the result, the title change.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Kabuki Warriors got kind of stale as tag champs, considering they never defended it.
Uh-huh.
And then, I'm actually a big fan of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross together. I think at this point we're probably going to get the turn on Nikki Cross soon.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when they lose the belts, because that has to happen. But overall, solid match. It wasn't great or anything, but I'm okay with the result. It was a good match. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say about it.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I guess a quick little side note is JBL would join Michael Cole, and he'd actually join him to do the commentary for the SmackDown side.
For both nights.
Which is good because I don't want to hear, I guess, Cole call the whole thing by himself. Not to necessarily dump on him because he's actually been working super hard the last few weeks trying to call the action on SmackDown.
But it's really hard
for
to call
one
a match
guy
by yourself.
Yeah.
There's only a few guys that can do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, Joey Styles was the best at doing it.
Yeah, I don't even know if JR can really do that.
Yeah, because you had King or you had Heyman, you had... Mm-hmm. And I consider JR to be like the GOAT of like commentary. Play-by-play commentary, I consider him the GOAT. But yeah, Joey Styles, man, I don't know how he did it for all those years. So they really focused on like Nikki Cross in this one. I actually thought she'd be kind of the MVP of this thing. I thought she really shined, actually.
Yeah, she did. She's actually pretty good.
No, this pairing of her and Bliss has actually grown on me. At first, I just didn't get it. But I think over time now I'm just used to it, and it's picked up for me a bit.
Well, it's also just good to see them having something to do with them.
Yeah.
Like, it's been going on for a while. Better this than, they're both sitting somewhere having nothing to do on TV.
Uh-huh. Yeah, as I said, sorry, you go.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, like, I obviously preferably think Alexa Bliss is, I prefer her as the heel and whatnot, which I think everyone really does, but I guess with this particular thing they're doing right now, it's fine. It'll work. It won't last forever, so.
No, but Alexa Bliss is taking on, like, she has the talk show role, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So at least she's doing stuff on TV because Alexa Bliss is good enough and needs to be on TV every week.
Uh-huh. So, Nikki... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My bad. So for the finish, Nikki Cross would hit Kairi Sane with the neck breaker, and she'd tag in Alexa Bliss. She would hit Twisted Bliss on Sane. She'd cover her for the win, and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss would win the women's tag team titles. Definitely as good as it could have been, though.
Yeah, I don't think not having a crowd really took away from this at all.
Yeah, and they actually got quite a bit of time too.
Yeah, they did.
Actually got it as they actually got a good 15 minutes out of this. Surprising. Yeah. So I originally went with like 2 3/4 on this one.
I went with 2 3/4 as well. You changed it though, right?
I was between that and 3 stars because it's almost good enough to give it 3 because they actually did do a really solid job.
No, they did. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying that it was just a regular OP match.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's no 2 3/4 is like not a bad rating at all.
I think we can agree if we had regular WrestleMania, this would have been on the pre-show.
Yeah, so there's that too, but it served its purpose.
Yeah, it did.
So then next we'd have Kayla Braxton with the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. Zayn would be with Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Not really much to say about that. Just it happened, so I just included it. So then we'd have the singles match with King Corbin and Elias.
This was funny because King Corbin first went out and said that since Elias couldn't be there because of what had happened to him 8 days earlier, Corbin said, if you can't be out here, I want this match called off. Raise my hand. I'll be the winner and all this. And then Elias came out playing his guitar, and Corbin yelled, "How are you even here?" Which was actually funny.
Yeah.
And then Elias, hit him with the guitar. They'd have a match. This was okay. Elias would go on to win. Don't know how I feel about that. People like to say Baron Corbin's one of the best heels in the business, and while I think he is, my problem with Baron Corbin is he never wins.
See, that's the thing. It's like, how can you really believe in a guy if he just never wins at the big matches?
And honestly, I feel like he's good enough as a heel at this point where he should be winning some feuds and matches.
Yeah.
And he's just not. Because let's think about this. Elias has been the comedy role for the last how long?
Yeah, I know.
And he's beating Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. He's supposed to be one of your best heels. What's the last feud Baron Corbin won?
I don't know. He gets his wins here and there. I remember the Roman feud, he picked up 1 win or 2 wins, but still.
Yeah, but then he got his ass kicked inside of a steel cage, and at the end of it, dog food.
Yeah, and then there's the Rumble match. Yeah, so he didn't really win the feud by any means.
No, he lost it. But like I said, this match, it was okay. Nothing special. It was...
Yeah, in the end, Corbin would try to win with a roll-up and illegally place his feet on the ropes, but the official would catch him. Corbin would argue